Hello YouTube, this is Morgan, Airspeed Prime here with my next Korra news update video. This one is going to be pretty short on the news, but I'm also going to have an update about products that are coming out in the new year. So that piece of news is that we have our first full color image of Book 3 Change. Brian on Tumblr posted this, so that's where we got our first image from, and here it is. So, as you can see, it is an image of Lin Beifong apparently waking up after a nightmare dream, sweating a lot, so it was obviously traumatic in some way. Some people have suggested that it could be from a flashback or something like that because the colours are a bit off, but a bit different. But that could be just because it is a colour correction session that this image is from, more than likely. Or else people are saying she could be like working out or something like that. Personally, I'm not really sure. I'm gonna go with the dream kind of nightmare scenario right now, but it's a pretty interesting image nonetheless. Brian also confirmed along with this image that Lin Beifong does indeed, as he said before, have a bigger role in Book 3 than she had in Book 2, so that's a good sign. If anyone's wondering what this means with regards to production, we saw our first full colour Book 2 image in February 2013. The show Book 2 then premiered September 2013, 7 months later, in around that. So if that the same applies here, 7 months, that means that Korra Book 3 Change would premiere July 2014. But the thing is, it probably will actually air earlier because Book 2 had slow production because of the two animation studios, Pierrot and Mir. This time it's all sorted out. Mir have known they were on board for Book 3, all of it, for ages. And because he only did 7 episodes on Book 2, more than likely they got a kind of head start on Book 3 than what they would usually have, not having to do the first 7 episodes of the first 6 and then the 8th episode, the 9th episode of Book 2. But so more than likely it means that the show's coming earlier than July 2014. I'd say that's probably the latest it could air, but that's just my guess still. I think it is a really good sign that we're seeing colour images this early, having had confirmation that they were on post-production on early episodes of Book 3 like a month ago, so really good signs for the show coming earlier. But that's all the news there's been. Still waiting for Coronation to launch again with Phase 2 and hopefully more Book 3 news. So I'll end this video with a kind of thing I've been planning to do for a while, but that is, there's nothing new Korra Avatar related, no merchandise out for Christmas. There's nothing new out for people to buy. There's obviously the old stuff that you can still get for Christmas and stuff like that if you don't have it already. The Search, came out this year and so on. There's some core merchandise like the art book and stuff like that, but that came out months ago at this stage. But what I really want to talk about is, when is the new merchandise coming out? What is the new stuff coming out? And I'm going to start off straight away with the fact that most of this stuff right now is coming out in the first half of next year, and there's some really good stuff. So let's start off with the first thing out next year. January 7th we'll see the release of the third Korra Junior novelization. So in this series we've had Revolution and Endgame. The two of them together make up the novelization of Book 1 Air. The third one that we're going to get on January 7th is going to be the first one for Book 2 Spirits. We have very little information on it still. They still haven't released what the cover looks like. They haven't released what the name of the book is, but it probably will have a name like Revolution, Endgame, probably like Civil War or something like that. But yeah, as I said, January 7th is the release date. It's going to be the same length as this book, same style, same author. Probably going to cover the first either 6 or 8 episodes, depending on if they do the one story beginnings in the first part of the book or the second part of the book, 3 or 4. But I'm definitely going to be reviewing this on my channel when I get it. It's just out in 15 days now, actually, which is pretty interesting. I reviewed these two on my channel, definitely going to review that one. Following that, in February, we'll see the release of the Search hardcover or library edition. This is going to collect the Search parts 1, 2 and 3 into a hardback book. Like The Promise, parts 1, 2, and 3 were collected into this book. So that's going to be really cool. This is a really good book. Also, I reviewed this on my channel. I'm definitely getting the Search hardcover and going to review that on my channel. The big thing about this is that it's not just the issues. It's not just the 3 parts of the book. It also, as you can see here, has annotations to it. So done by Gina Luen Yang and Team Gurihuru. So we're probably going to get the same for the Search. And because that's so important, they're probably going to be really interesting. In addition to that, we have a lot of concept art stuff for the show as well. So we're going to get some concept art stuff for the Search as well at the back of the book, like this. A few pages of that. And that's definitely going to be the new stuff in the Search hardcover. That book is going to be released February 5th in comic book stores and February 18th from Amazon, regular bookstores and stuff like that. So you're going to get it earliest from a comic book store. I'm probably going to get that day one. I may be able to get a preview copy of it, but again, I'm not sure. I'll update you if that happens. Probably won't at this stage, but yep, I'll definitely have a review of that out as well. Next after that, continuing the trend of comics, March 5th we'll see the release of The Rift Part 1. You can see the cover of that here. So this is going to be the start of the new series following The Search. It's going to focus on mainly Aang and Toph. As far as we know, there's not going to be much Zuko or Azula in it at all. Aang and Toph are going to be the main characters. Toph's story is going to focus on Republic City and stuff like that. Aang's story is going to focus on him being visited by the spirit of Avatar Yang Chen, and something about a kind of a metalwork factory run by Earth and Fire Nation, polluting and stuff like that. We're going to get some Air Nomad stuff in that. Definitely interested to see what exactly the Rift is and what it's between and what it's about. But I'm excited to see where the story goes, because it kind of went an unexpected route with the description that we got for the Rift after The Search. But still, I'm excited. So March 5th in comic stores, March 18th from Amazon and regular bookstores and stuff like that. And that's definitely going to be an interesting one. Again, I'll review it on my channel when I get it. That's probably the one I'll put most effort into, because it's complete new content, unlike the other ones, which is a novelization and a collection. But last but not least, the last announced thing that has a release date is The Legend of Korra How to Draw book. The name's a bit all over the place. It's just basically The Legend of Korra How to Draw. But here's the cover. This book's going to be out on July 1st, 2014, and it's just going to be a kind of mainly aimed at younger fans, how to draw book. It seems to be book 1 focused, so I assume it will be more just the characters from book 1, Amon, Korra, Mako, Bole, and Tenzin, that sort of thing, how to draw them. It's going to be step by step. I'm probably going to get this because I'm not good at like freehand drawing and stuff like that. I can do like kind of technical graphics type thing, geometrical stuff, but I'm no good at freehand drawing. So I'm going to get this book, test it out, and again I'll review it as well. So that's an interesting one. I'm interested. What, you know, all the other ones are kind of like known quantities. You know, we've had our junior novelizations. I know what to expect. We've had a hardcover collection. Know what to expect. I know what to expect for the comics. That one, I'm not really sure what it's going to be like. So I'm very excited to see what that's like come July. But in addition to that, I assume we'll have announced fairly shortly the release date for the Korra Book 2 Spirits DVD and Blu-ray, the Korra Book 2 Spirits art book, which I think has been pretty much confirmed. At least Mike and Brian wants to do an art book for each of the 4 books of Korra. The Book 2 soundtrack, I assume, will probably happen at some point next year as well. None of these things have release dates or are yet confirmed, but I would assume they'd have to do it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. And then, of course, we have Book 3 Change coming next year, obviously, as well. Assuming everything goes right with production. And hopefully that'll go well, too. So, yep, this is probably going to be... I actually have a video coming tomorrow. That's going to be the final video in my trading card game series with the results. But for now, that's been this video. Thanks for watching, and bye.